Hello there, this is Ryan from Burley Bricks coming to you live from my obscene Lego room. And today we are going to be building Lego DC Wonder Woman 1984. Wonder Woman versus Cheetah, 371 pieces. Now, full disclosure, I did build this set before. Actually, this is the third one I've bought. And the reason being is, of course, I saw it on sale. But I remember this set having some fantastic pieces. So I'm excited to build this again. This set has been, I keep seeing it and in stores, but the movie came out a really long time ago. So I'm surprised it's still around, but maybe they're trying to get rid of it, and that's why it's on sale. I also did see the movie, which we will get into. But first, bag one. Big bag. It looks like we're building Wonder Woman. So, yeah, such great pieces in this, like very, very useful. So, there's your toaster. There's her legs. She actually looks a lot like if you got the Aquaman set, there are these like Atlantis guardians that she looks a lot like. She's got her little lasso. These are really nice too. This would go great in a museum build, even if it's just the wings, or if you're doing like ancient Egypt or some sort of Aztec. This is really, really nice. Or maybe even my Art Deco hotel. So there's Miss Diana Prince, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. Look at her. Oh, she's got big hair. And next is Cheetah, played by Kristen Wiig in the movie. I'm not too familiar with her character in the comic books or anything like that. I used to buy comics when I was a kid, but mostly just to look at the pictures and to draw them, but I didn't really read them. Um, okay, so she needs her tail piece. Now, Cheetah is interesting. It's an interesting print on her. There she go. You could probably repurpose this figure to be like someone in a costume. Just swap out the head or something. It's a nice print. Oh, the hair is kind of, I don't know if it's like Dumbledore's hair. Okay, moving on. So now we're building this like compound. I'm trying to remember the plot details of the movie. It's been a while ago. It's been a while. I do remember seeing the first one in theaters, though. The second one, I forget. We watched it on TV, and Pedro Pascal was like the bad guy in it, and he's in everything now. I just, I mostly remember him from this one episode of Buffy that he did. I know that's really random, but I'm a big Buffy fan. Okay, this is a nice piece. They really pack a lot in this one bag. It's surprising. Okay. So there's some sort of, because 1984, it's set in 1984, and there's some sort of, maybe you can remind me in the comments the general plot. There was some sort of, I think it was supposed to be very like Reagan era type, um, with like a TV station. I forget if they're sending out like microwave, some I don't know. I don't remember. I, I remember at the time though when it came out, a lot of people were saying how bad it was. I like the first one. I haven't seen any of the Justice Leagues or anything like that. I used to be a very DC guy when I was younger. Okay, I'm missing a piece here, but I will circle back. Um, but not so much. My building style is very like sort of just jump around the page because I my attention span is like, oh. Um, hmm. but there's a lot of these sandstone colors, the dark and the light, which I use a lot for builds. And if I had like a Western scene, this would be great for landscapes and things like that. So when I saw this again on sale, it retailed originally for $50 Canadian. It was 37.50. I thought price per piece. It was great. Um, the minifigures we haven't built Pedro Pascal yet, but his minifigure, he's wearing just a basic suit that doesn't show any plush. So I can repurpose that for a lot of things, which is very exciting. Um, because I'm planning on building like an office building, so I need as many suits as possible. So that was definitely a selling point for me. Let's see here. This is what we're building so far. Hmm. It's been a challenge building things from this angle. There's that piece I needed. I always end up building these things, and then at the end, I find I have extra pieces, and I think, oh, what did I miss? Happens every time. But there's such great pieces, unless like all of this I can reuse for something else. I don't usually keep, with the exception of like the really expensive mocks, or the modulars, I should say. I don't really keep things built because it takes up a lot of space. I do have some shelves that are nice, but not enough. Here I am jumping all over again. Okay. Did I miss something? Uh, don't mind me. I'll be okay. It's Sunday morning, so bear with me. There's so many of these great. I have like I have a whole drawer, a whole drawer full of these, these slow pieces in the dark tan. Because I know one day I'm gonna do like a scene. I haven't posted it on my Instagram yet. I have an Instagram with more pictures of my personal builds, also called Burly Bricks. But I have a haunted house that I built, and it is up on a cliff. So I used these colored pieces. It was mostly grays that I used at the time. Um, but I threw in a few of these just to give it some dirt terrain. So these are always good to have. But then I get like analysis paralysis with my pieces. Like I'm not gonna accumulate more. Like, oh, I don't want to use it on this. What if I need it for something else? Or, just stupid things like that. These are always great. Okay. Did this. So this is like what we're building is, I think it's like a TV station or a command center that's like inside a a mountain area. So we're building the terrain here, um, which is always nice to see like new like official building techniques for these things that I would also like to um, portray into my builds. So it's always a good refresher, but they're just sort of using a lot of like the sand colors dark and um, you know, the more olive colors to give sort of a darker um, plant-like. And so there's some like plants that you're like incorporating in, so it's a little more hidden. Sort of reminds me of if you ever saw the movie Goldeneye, the James Bond movie. Y- there's like this hidden dish in I believe it was Cuba, and it was, all overgrown and mountainous, and that's sort of what this is making me think. It's also great getting these like sandstone pieces. I missed a step, of course. Getting these sandstone pieces, like just regular pieces. I remember a time when they were very rare, and so it's exciting to get. It's always nice to get more, more, and more of these because I build a lot of like everyday common buildings that you would see in a city. Um, and so these colors are always great for that because most city buildings are like fire engine red. So it's always nice to get these kinds of pieces. Okay, so it's getting some height now. This build kind of like goes together pretty quickly. I mean, I'm slowed down a little bit because I'm trying to talk, but also the instructions are turned sideways. Um, so I'm wondering, like, anybody who's watching, did you buy this set when it came out? Did you are you a fan of the movie? The I'm sure there's a lot of people who are fans of Wonder Woman. Is that why you would have bought this set? Is that something that you are looking forward to more sets? I know there are like DC Girl sets, but I think I have a couple of actually. Came with like an invisible bike that was cool. Um, but I'm not sure. I remember Wonder Woman being in the Lego movie, and I think they said at that time that that was the first time that Wonder Woman had been in a movie. Which correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that it was a TV show with Linda Carter in the 70s, and it's one of those things where it's so iconic, Linda Carter's Wonder Woman, that maybe they just didn't want to bother making another Wonder Woman. I know there was a lot of like debate when Gal Gadot was cast, and um, there were like other people in the running for it at that time. So it was always sort of interesting to see. But I know that with DC, there's always sort of like it's always sort of hard to get those IPs up off the ground. I know they filmed like a Batgirl movie that I don't think they ever released, and it seems to be very like hit or miss, which is too bad because I grew up on, Tim Burton's Batman. Okay, Joel Schumacher's Batman. Um, and like the Christopher Reeves Superman, which is I always forget how great of a movie that is until I rewatch it. And then, well, Richard Donner's great. So it's just sort of surprising that DC kind of struggles in that way when it was, you know, the one to beat for the longest time, and now Marvel is sort of beat them or is got the jump on them a little bit. But I think, some people were maybe having oh, I missed something here. Having like a superhero fatigue because there's just like a lot of superhero movies now. Um, I'm not like the biggest superhero guy, and when it comes to Lego, I don't particularly buy them, um, unless they have interesting pieces like this one, because I don't really have like my brain doesn't really click like that. Like that's what's I found really interesting about. There's just some stickers. Um, there's some stickers about my Lego journey, meeting other people who were interested in Lego as well, is that the certain IPs and certain sets that people gravitate towards. I personally like sets that are buildings that I can create more buildings out of. I have no real purpose for um, vehicle pieces and things like that. So I try to, well, sell them to people if they're interested to sort of get some more money back to buy more Lego. Um, but it's always interesting to see like what kind of sets people like the most, or the ones that they always want to buy, or um, that's sort of like a gateway drug. Um, so let me know like which sets you like to build. Like if you see space, do you have to buy it, or are you big into friends? I know the friend sets. I have some because they have such interesting pieces and colors that I never know what to do with really. And they have a little more like cartoon sort of animals, which you could repurpose as like stuffed animals, which I've done. Um, so it's always sort of interesting to see like, oh, I need to get this new set that's coming out in this line. They just released Animal Crossing sets that are in the mail that I'm excited for because I'm a big fan of the game. Um, so I'm excited to build those with you and to talk about them because I have a lot to talk about with them. So it's very exciting. Um, I'm not going to put the stickers on this set because I want to repurpose all of these. I'm not going to display the sets. So this isn't, and because I've already built it before, I guess I don't know if I'm cheating here. This isn't a first time build because I've built this before. And full disclosure, the last time I bought this set, because I said this is my third one, I just poured the pieces out because the pieces are just so great that um, I didn't need to rebuy them. I of course built the figures and things like that, um, but I didn't feel the need to rebuy them. Okay, so we built that, building. So I just built this. So here's a little progress. This is the inside sand stickers. I'll show you what the stickers look like. It's basically TV monitors. Now the TV monitor stickers are supposed to go inside these curves. I might put them on like a different piece and use them for something else in my Lego city. Now I'm having a thought. Maybe I'll do like a TV station in my city. Maybe I'll do that. Huh. Okay, this is exciting. Thought process. I'm getting a sneak peek at my thought process here, but now I'm thinking I should do a TV studio because I want to make tall buildings, but it's always sort of what am I going to put inside them? I'm really bad at filling these buildings with items. Decorating. I usually just move on to the next build. Because I'm not. That's why I wanted to do an office so I could do like like a little break area. A little office, something like a little offices and then the main area because I worked in offices and kind of wanted to portray that. Oops, I always hit the camera. I always do that. You might have seen another piece. You might just blind. Anyway, but now a TV studio. That's exciting to me. I'm gonna try that. maybe in like a year or two. I'm so backlogged on my hmm, so backlogged on my there it is. My builds. Because I keep building these builds. But I will get there. So where'd this go? We haven't done anything with this yet. Okay. We just built this little thing. Not I don't remember what it's for. But now we're building oh wait, it's this. Now we're building uh okay. I have to keep adjusting because I'm sitting on the floor. Which isn't very practical. And I'm sitting on my feet, which is really bad for me, and they keep falling asleep, of course. Um, I'll just suffer through it. Suffer through it for Lego. With this, oh, this goes on the front of the building here. I don't know. See, sometimes they build things in ways that I don't even think to do. Is this? I feel like I did something wrong because this isn't lining up. What did I do wrong here? All right. See, I'm not a professional. Hmm. What did I do? Something's a little off here. How does that line up? Okay. I should pay more attention to things. I did that. I did that. Did that. That's fine. And then I did this. Oh, I did this. I see what I forgot. See, I always sort of rush. I always sort of rush these things, and this should be better now. I hope. I'll be okay, people. I'm not editing any of this out because this is the process, right? Like having to go back and redo things. Um, this happens to me all the time. I get easily distracted, or I get excited and I skip to the next step. I really don't want to take my time and do these. I haven't changed much since I was young doing these. Okay, I just missed a little plate, and now it lines up, and now I'm happy, and now this building won't fall apart structurally. Now these go across because the way this was built, this piece is upside down. But to hide that, I'm gonna put some smooths over it. So that goes in there. Now we're gonna put some smooths up top. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna add some more terrain pieces on here to make this look a little more weathered, I suppose. And these little wedge pieces in this color are always great to have a lot of. Never have too many of these. Do that. Now we're going to put some plants, some foliage on here. It's always nice. Let's see, a little intimidating. Intimidating structure. Oh, I did miss a little plant here. Gotta add some more. I forget where this place is, if it's like in South America or or something, you know? So now I'm doing another little build. Um, I forget where, and I forget. I feel like in the movie, I guess I blocked it out. It's starting to come back. Kristen Wiig is like she works at like a museum or something. Um, I forget. So we're putting some more foliage here on the side. Oh, that's nice. I always like we'll put foliage on the side of something, but just on a like a stud piece, whereas this is like they put a little hook in so you can like I never think to do that. But that way you can sort of move it up and down, which makes sense. Um, like that. Now I think we're making, the standard little side out sort of here. Hmm. A little play feature, a little extra little bit that kind of goes off to the side. Um, so we're doing fence, some more foliage. Usually when I get close to like finishing, I'm like, go, 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 go. One of these. I have so many of these, and I need to. Oh, I could put it in the TV studio, but then I'd have to make sure that the floor is really tall. Having a lot of thoughts today. I'm excited. That's fun. Means we can start building it when, of course, nothing else is finished. Where does that go here? Let's put here. Huh. Oh, did something wrong again. Yeah, I clearly am not affiliated with Lego. I you'd think that I would have had like because I built this before like a test run. I should know how this goes, but sometimes these can be a little complicated. Okay, building a little, it's like a little tech, little tower, a little radio tower here. Let's put it there, and with some interesting pieces. I'm not sure if I've seen these pieces in anything else. Probably, but these are good for like power lines. Should probably maybe put some power lines in my city, but then it might make it look too busy. Okay, so we built this little tower that now goes right here. We have some extra pieces, which is nice. I clearly missed this piece somewhere. It's gonna bother me. Uh, I'll figure it out. Maybe. Um, okay, so this is the exterior. Let's sort of this closes. This is the inside, sand stickers. And now we want to move to the bed, which I believe is like the big part. Okay. So, big two, we build Pedro Pascal character. Ah, I forget his name in the movie. Eddie. Let me know if you get that. I know he's in The Last of Us, which don't face me off the internet, people, but I haven't watched yet. I remember from Game of Thrones and The Mandalorian. But yeah, his suit print. Really nice. It's got a nice like burgundy tie. It's got like some um it's got interesting design on it and it's front and back, which is very good. Um his face though is just sort of like this looks like a standard face can be used for something else. I'm gonna be surprised if it's in multiple sets depicting other people. It doesn't say like Pedro Pascal. Maybe um they knew at the time how big he would be, how many other well, I guess there's just maybe just the Mandalorian. I haven't seen his I don't I only have one Mandalorian set and that's Grogu, who at the time was like the child or baby Yoda. Don't think he had his name established in the series yet when that set came out. I actually have two of those sets. I'm debating opening the other one. Pieces that are really nice. Again, it's all these colors plus like the sand mint green, which is also really, really nice to have. Um, but I'm not sure if maybe they use the same face for his character. I doubt it. But I know like I'm trying to think like which actor has the most minifigures for them. It could be Chris Pratt because he has Marvel and he has uh Jurassic World and there's another one. Oh, Emmett. He's Emmett in the Lego movie. So he has like at least three that I could point out off the top of my head. I don't think they made a set for passengers. But that was, I know that people didn't like that movie either, but I like that movie. And that would be a fun little spaceship build. Um, I'm trying to think. So Johnny Depp has Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know if he has any others. Let me know. Let me know in the comments like which actor has the most minifigures. And I don't mean like Mark Hamill or oh, you know what? Here's kind of it could be Harrison Ford because he has Indiana Jones as well. But but again, like I don't mean like Mark Hamill might because uh there's so many Luke Skywalkers now. But I mean like different types, like different characters. And off the top of my head, um off the top of my head, I only have Chris Pratt. So let me know in the comments what you think. We might have more. Chris Hines is wonderful. I don't know if they did one for Star Trek. There's a lot of Chris's. I can't keep them all. Can't keep them all straight. These pieces are really nice too. These like scored brown ones. These would be good for like an Egyptian build. Actually, this whole set would probably be good for an Egyptian build. Um, I ordered some corner pieces because I might do a little Egyptian display, like the little like slanted corner pieces. I ordered those from Pick a Brick, but it's been a while. It's been over a month. I know the non bestseller ones take a while, but I feel like this is taking a longer one. It's been a while since I've actually ordered some pick a brick roll, but they had these nice they look almost like bellhop tops that I'm going to use for my Art Deco hotel, which I have pictures of on my Instagram, same name. I know I mentioned it already, but I had some. I'm adding more and more every day because I have a lot that I've built that I haven't shared that just been sitting around collecting dust because I kind of stopped doing Lego for a little bit, but I'm trying to motivate myself back into it. So now it looks like I'm building the antenna tower. Again, this does also remind me of So this is it, and it seems to turn, and it's gonna go here like this. Ah, there's a switch in the back here. Oop, just knocked over Cheetah. You're welcome, Wonder Woman. Cool. So now I need to build this big scaffolding. I believe. Nope. This needs a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna try it this way. Score pieces. Another score piece. Look at this. Usually when I build, I'm sitting at the couch. Sitting at the couch when I build so I can watch TV. Because I'm very fidgety, I need to multitask. So now I basically do all my sorting while I watch TV. But it's nice to actually do this in the Lego room, which is why, which is why we needed more space for the Lego room, so I would do these things in here and not make a mess out in the rest of the house. But you know, if you're watching this, you're obviously a fan of Lego, and you obviously know, well, you can't really Lego's gonna go where it wants. You can't really stop it. Um, but we have a robot vacuum, and so every time she runs, um, my partner has to like go through what she's collected and pull out all the Lego pieces, so we don't accidentally throw them away, which I appreciate. Um, thank you. Um, So especially these smaller gold pieces. There's so many of these gold pieces. This is exciting. Ooh, and these other gold pieces which you can use as like gold bars in a bank or something. You need to build a bank. Um, so like I said, this set has a lot of super useful pieces. Um, and a lot of these printed pieces. They're these gold little satellite dishes that I haven't thought of something to do with it yet, but now I'm gonna do that TV studio. Stay tuned. Um, because that is gonna go in one of my maybe in the office building. Maybe it'd be like 30 Rock, how there's a big TV studio there, obviously. Um, but there's different studios on each floor in a downtown metropolis. So like Saturday Night Live is filmed there and things like that. So maybe that's what I will try to replicate. I don't know if I'd put like a studio audience in there. That's the thing that I find interesting with Lego sets is how they are able to show like the most or get the most out of the space with interesting little builds. Whereas I'm like, okay, I'll just add another plate. Okay, I'll just add another plate. Like my hotel now is four 32 by 32 plates just because it keeps getting bigger. Whereas like Lego would do like the boutique hotel on like the one plate, right? So I need to, ooh, this is an interesting build. I need to figure out how to be more efficient with the space, but that's a challenge for me. Okay, I gotta make a lot of these. This always that happens. I'm glad I noticed this time. But usually like with Lego builds, you start building something, and then at the end you'll see it says times two or times four. So it's like, oh, you have to make them twice. So like sometimes I'll try to make them like do like the first step, first step, first step, first step, and then try to have all four completed at the same time. I don't think it's any more efficient really than going back to the beginning and doing them all again. But yeah, I I try to be efficient, but then when I do that, I end up missing a step, and then I have to go all back. So I just need to be patient, and I just need to build these the way I'm supposed to. That's why I buy these sets, right? Is to see how they're supposed to be built. Um, but I'm wondering, like, does anyone just disregard the instructions or just sort of pour out the pieces and see what you can make with what's there, or do you just want the figures out of it and don't care about the pieces? Because I had a friend, I may have mentioned this in another video, but I had a friend who was big into Batman, Lego Batman, and he loved the Lego Batman movie. That he bought a little set that had Batman, and he kept him, and he said, "Here, do you want the pieces from the set? Like, I just wanted the Batman out of it." So, not sure if people do that. Whereas I'm the opposite. Like, I don't really care about the people. Okay, I built four of these. Yeah, I don't really care about the people. I just want the pieces. I want the structure. Ooh, oops. Okay, so I'm building this big like satellite dish type thing that conveniently matches Wonder Woman's new gold outfit. I guess I should have talked about that more. It's not her standard one, which I do have from an original. Sorry, I don't have her original one. I have the 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 outfit depicted in the first Gal Gadot movie. It was like her versus like some mech. It's a little darker. It's not like, the bright red, the the American colors that I'm trying to wear today. It was more like a darker navy, not like a bright blue or anything like that. Um, okay, so this is where it's gonna get really busy. Exciting. Okay, that's gonna snap into here and go here. Now, how many of these are there? 16. I have to put 16 of these on here. Um, I guess here you can be a little you can be a little you can change it around, I guess, if you wanted to. If you wanted to do a different design, that could be fun. Make sure I put them on right. I guess you can really put them on the one way here. This is interesting. This is very eye-catching, I found this design to be. And I'm surprised that it's still available. Like I've seen it kicking around for a while, and I know other people have said that, they've gotten them on sale and stuff. So to be honest, every time I see it, I more or less buy it because with the exception of these pieces, which I haven't thought of something to do with them yet, it's such a great set. Like, and it's funny, I talked about this in a different build, but it's funny how IPs that might not turn into like a good like the movie might tank, but the sets are good. Like the Lone Ranger sets were really good. I really love the Lone Ranger sets, but the movie, didn't do so well. um which is a shame, really, because what did I do here? Times 8. We stick more on here. Oh, and the outer ones. Okay, I'll be okay. But this is getting really cluttered. um But it's funny because this was a good set. I'm trying to think. Let me know if there's a movie that you can think of where the movie didn't do so good, but it had a great Lego set associated with it. It's also interesting, like I'm sure Lego gets advanced copies so they can create sets around the movies. Like if they know, oh, this movie's gonna be a stinker, we should only do two. Or, oh, this movie's gonna be good, we'll do some more. Okay. Oh, and this is that. This is an interesting little build. I kind of forgot about it. This thing that goes in the center here, it's built out of these guns that they have now that you put a little syringe on it, so it looks more like they're in a lot of the Jurassic World sets, but it looks like they shoot more of I guess this one? Yes. They look like they shoot more like a sedative, not an sorry. They look like they shoot like, a sedative. It's not like an actual like violency type thing going on. Yes, violency type is a word. Violency type. You can look it up. Okay, almost done. Home stretch. Okay. Feet are basically dead. So now I have to clip these. How do I clip these in? Upside down. What? So I put these, they're on this way. But I turn them upside down like that. I'm gonna have to get a closer look at these instructions because I'm just not understanding this. So I do it like that. Ah, that makes sense. Maybe. Okay. I have to turn them this way, then they go in like that. There you go. That's interesting. See, like that's like how do people think of this? How do they like I'm still like wowed why when they use like ores from sets as weapons or or something like that. Wait, did I miss? I also miss doing this. I just get so excited. I'm sorry. Goes here like this. So this goes in here. Put this on. Ooh, this is very dramatic. This is very dramatic. What? It does remind me of Goldeneye. And this goes here. Ooh. I wonder sometimes if I should do more efficient builds where like when they do baking shows where they like do a little prep and then they put it aside and then pull out the next step and then they do a little more and then they pull out the next step and then they pull it out of the oven like they already had like four on the go. Maybe I should just buy four Lego sets and do that. Just, because I don't spend enough money on them. Maybe I should do something like that. Now it looks like I am building a a camera, which I'm gonna keep built so I can use in my TV studio. Stay tuned. 2025. We'll finally get that done. And now I'm doing this, this, well, this, this here. Ta-da! Made a little camera. Looks like he's supposed to be standing behind it. Cool. And I do have extra pieces. So now let me look at the finished. Here you look. You. Well, I was gonna say marvel at it, but it's not a good. It's not a good pun. So I definitely forgot some other pieces. Actually, wait, no, I didn't. Bam. There. So this was Wonder Woman versus Cheetah, my attempted build where I did not put the stickers on and I missed where that piece is. Maybe you noticed. Can you let me know in the comments below where I got that piece? But let's see the inside without stickers. And This is Wonder Woman and Cheetah, and one of them actually goes on this little bit here, so they can like fly around. Does this even move? No, they just sort of stand like that. Okay. Guess you can launch her if you're really going to, but be careful, don't hurt anybody. But yeah, this was a fun build. I love this set for the pieces. It's a no-brainer whenever I see it on sale. So let me know in the comments, like, did you buy the set? Did you build the set? Do you enjoy the set? Is there any other Wonder Woman or DC sets that were your favorites? And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. So have a great rest of your day.